Good morning. Welcome back to another edition of PreMarket PulseScan with yours truly, Dex the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com. Let's get it in. First and foremost, my deepest apologies for last night. Not able to get the algo charts up and running. I was running program late into the evening, and it continued into this morning. So there's what happened. There was a major algo shift. Haven't had one of those in a long time. So I had to re-upload all of the reports because some of the stops have changed. All right. So you're going to want to go, if you're a member, you're going to want to go to pulsewavetrading.com, get on your dashboard, and check the post. All right. I just re-uploaded all of the reports prior to going live here, and I didn't have a chance to type anything in the trading room. So Frank, if you're on, or Jen, if you guys could do that for me, I appreciate it. Let everyone know that the reports have changed. They've all been updated as of like 5 minutes ago. All right, so go check it. Some of the stops, like I said, have changed and adjusted. You'll probably notice that on the shopping list that I posted. I showed you all my open positions, and I decided to cancel the non-filled open orders. Those have all been canceled. All right, so I'm just playing with what I got right now, and that's it. Not touching anything else. I figured I'd slim things down a little bit going into the holiday weekend. Not Didn't want to carry a lot of orders over the going over the holiday either. Don't want to confuse myself. So right now I am holding 5 positions, as you will note on the report. Um, as a matter of fact, while I'm talking to you, let me double check something. I don't know if I have all of the stops updated. Got to make sure I did that. Let's see here. All right, so we still got that bond position working. We still got the Russell and the gold position working, the Dow position working, and we still got the oil position working. Believe it or not, got the oil position working. Um, I don't think that we're going to see anything major happen there. All right, so with the USO, hold on. I just thought about something. I need to double check because of the algo shift. It made me have to go in and change all my tickets too, as far as my open stuff. All right, so yeah, stuff has changed drastically here. All right, today's the 9th. Forgive my babble for a minute. I just have to do some stuff real quick. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Let me see where the market is right now. All right, it's pulled back somewhat. So I'm putting it at opening bell hasn't rung yet either. Let me check the pre-market on the USO, and I'll let you know. All right, so here's what it is. Looking at the pre-market, USO is pretty much flat at the moment, but here's the thing though. Crude oil is up $1. All right, so it was kind of flat going into the jobless claims. Okay, so the adjustment for jobless claims is in, instead of 6.6 million unemployed or whatever, it's 7.7 or something like that, million, something like that. So they revised those estimates. All right, so it's more than what was expected. But here's what happened though. This part was like super slick. The Fed went ahead and said, "Oh, by the way, here's another $1 trillion." It was crazy. They literally had to do that. All right, someone said in the chat that they rescheduled the OPEC meeting. It's for today. Okay, we'll see. So I'm gonna set on my position in the USO. I'm just gonna set on it. I'm not gonna touch it. A lot of my stops are just what they are. I have not touched them. Don't really plan on touching them. I'm just going to leave stuff the way it is just for now. Number one, I have to give the market room to move. That's number one. And number two, I placed and entered the market yesterday on a different presupposition. I saw that the technical bounce was coming, so I was playing around with some stuff, and that's how I came up with the idea. I kind of figured that a good opportunity was going to present itself, and I was right. A good opportunity has presented itself, so I had to jump all over it. All right, I need to check one other thing because I may. Okay, yep, I knew it. I was looking at the wrong chart. It's funny because you have to go on when you're scheduled or it messes up our stream. So it doesn't matter if I'm ready, not ready. I have to push that button and go. All right, yeah, here's what we're going to do. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to definitely move the stop in the USO. I think the bond is okay. Let me just double check that real quick. That way, at least I can have all this out the way when we get talking, because we're going to go in today. We're going to go in. All right. Yep. Okay. And let's see. Looking at the Dow now. Dow's up really nice right now. So that open order should be great going into this. All right. So that's good. Okay. Let me just, now I'm double checking gold and the Russell, and then I'll be done. All right. Let's see here. All right. Here's the Russell. Yep. I'm going to keep that. I'm keeping some of the trade, some of the stops intact from yesterday, not moving them up, and I'm not popping. I'm doing hard stops. And when I say hard stops, that means I'm not popping. I'm just going ahead and just using the recommended stop from the daily report. So I only adjust the stops according to the daily report. The daily report does not have me moving my stop, then I'm going to keep it where it is. Some days, because of volatility and other factors, stops can widen on the report. What the report does, and I programmed it to do it like this, is it assumes that you have no trades on and that you're going to initialize a trade. So it's giving you the recommended stop based on if you were to initialize that trade today. You know, you're fresh coming in. That's how I did it, because I wanted to have that fresh perspective. So it keeps tabulations on open positions too. It lets you know when the system is long or short, which is great. And then it also lets you know when possible turning points are coming in with the rally and crash alerts. So like I said, please double check the reports. If you have any open positions going on from last night, go ahead and cross examine with the report. If it's a major change, don't panic. Just pop your way through your open positions. All right. Don't panic. If there's a major change, do not panic. Just pop your way through your open position. All right. Because I know that's going to be the next thing. Oh no, the report says it would not have taken a trade last night, but we took a trade. What do I do? Am I on the wrong side of the market? No. Just go ahead and just pop your way through it. The new algo shift, like I said, is designed for new positions, not open positions. All right. So that's why you don't have to panic, because it's retabulating based on getting into a trade like last night into this morning. So that's all it's doing. And I had to post it because I wanted you to have the most up-to-date data from yesterday's report. All right. So that's why we did that. Whenever there's a change like that, Frank will tell you, and those who've been with me the longest, if there's an algo shift, I will post a report in a heartbeat. I don't play around with the reports because it's very important. All right, so I need to, okay, I need to find my trade. Give me just a second. All right, I think I deleted the wrong ticket, so we're going to go ahead and fix that right now. Okay. And looks like I have an extra ticket, so let me take this one out as well. Yep, let me take it out. Bear with me. I try to make sure my run is clean every day when I come into a trading day, but sometimes that doesn't always work out. I'll get distracted or what have you, and it is what it is. All right, so far I think I'm good. I need to okay. All right, yeah, I'm leaving stuff the way it is so far. Okay, now I'm looking at bonds one more time. Bear with me. Gotta make sure my bonds is right. Okay, and it's not, so let me go ahead and change that. Gotta change the bonds. All right. And just so you know too, when I'm updating my open things, moving my stops, what have you, I do not take into account pre-market activity as much. I ignore it. I put my stop where it is, and I make it do what it do, and I really don't care at that point, because my thinking, my rationale behind it is, okay, if the market is going to take me out, then it doesn't want me in it anyway. Either my timing is off, or I'm not supposed to be in that trade. That's just how I think about it with my mind. You know what I mean? And when you develop those type of disciplines, it will help you. It will help you to not panic and things like that. It will also help you with discipline and order placement. And I've been trying to practice what I preach. You know what I mean? So I've been trying to make sure that I'm doing what I'm telling y'all to do. Make sure that my stuff is being updated in a timely fashion and all that good stuff. All right, I'm going in right now in the trading room in the alerts tab. I'm updating the stops. I just want to make sure that everything is the most accurate as I just entered it into the system. All right, so the stops have been updated. All right, so the 2 futures positions and the 3 equity positions have all now been updated. And so my open orders now should reflect that. You should see that now. All right. The only one that's really concerning me right now, even though bonds are down a little bit, is the TBT. That's the only one, because of the narrowness of the range. So that one is kind of concerning. And I did kind of jump the gun on it too. I was just basing it off of what I was seeing in the price action. But I think I'm going to be okay. I'm looking at the pre-market, so I think we'll be all right. All right, let's do that, because I've babbled. We need to look at these overnight markets before they change on us. So let's do that. All right. First and foremost, thanks for everybody who's here. All right, everybody in the room, in the live. Good morning to Paul and Jen and Frank and Sling and 49 and Dave and Rodney and KR and Snow Billy and Red Fox and Dave Cecil. What up, everybody? What up? What up? Smash that like button for me. All right, we're going to do things a little different today because I owe you. I owe you some algo charts. We didn't get a chance to do that last night. We just did the regular charts from the Thinkorswim platform. I didn't have a chance to look at any crypto and all that. So I'm going to get it in. We're going to get it in. All right, so everybody get strapped in. First and foremost, let's go to the overnight markets first. Let's do that first. Then we can get into the news, because there is a lot of news, and I might not even get a chance to get into all of it. All right, so first and foremost, let's jump into these markets. All right, the Dow right now is blessing us. It is now up 457 points at 23,700. Go PulseWaves. Go PulseWaves. All right. And so because of that, DDM is up $1 in pre-market. Go PulseWaves. Give me that money. All things being equal, if the market continues to rally today and ends in the green, that means we will have captured not 1, but 2 full daily bars and 1 trade. Not ticks, not little points, but entire daily bars. That's what I designed the system to do. All right, the NASDAQ 100 is up 108 1/4 points at 8,297 1/4. E-mini S&P 500 is up 44.5 points at 2779. And the Russell is up 47 points at 1229.30. Go PulseWave. That long Russell is doing very good right now. Outstanding. All right, Bitcoin is up 35 bucks at 7,370. It's holding that 7,000, 7,500-ish range, and it's not leaving. That is a good sign. That is a bullish sign. It's not cracking. All right, looking at nat gas. Nat gas is unchanged at $1.78. Crude oil up $1.25 at $26.22. Go crude oil. Long oil play is playing out nicely. Now, when this OPEC thing comes out, it could shatter all of my hopes and dreams. So we'll see what happens. But for now, go oil. That long oil play is looking nice, if I may say so myself. Nice. All right, looking at bonds. The long bond is down 8/32, trading at 178.01. That is still a bearish sign and not a bullish one. Go bonds. Making my short bond play look good. Go TBT, which is up in the pre-market right now by a couple of pennies, and I'll take that. Looking at gold. Gold is up $46.90, trading at $1,730.90. Go gold. All right, I'm hating myself and hating life because I got stopped out in the silver. I don't think I executed correctly in that trade. I'll admit that. So I'm flat silver. I'm missing the 53-cent breakout in silver this morning, which is now trading at $15.74. Me and silver, we go way back. We were in this long-term relationship. It lasted from 2011 to 2012, and I thought silver wanted to get back together with me, and he dumped me and just ran away. I don't know. I'm just feeling some type of way. But that's okay. Markets will be here tomorrow, won't they? No, not literally tomorrow because the market's closed, but there's always another day. I will catch the silver on the next one. That's all. There's another train. There's another red-eye flight. I'll catch it. All right? I mean, okay, fine. So I missed this one. Took a little loss, but I'm doing dope in the bonds. I'm doing dope in the Dow. I'm doing dope in gold. I'm doing dope in oil. What can you say? What can you say about that, huh? See, folks, this is what you call keeping it real. If you get stopped out and you lose on a trade, then that's just what it is. But when you're killing it, you're killing it, and I love it. Life is good. Hot darn. All right, let's see here. So, continue with our overnight markets. The U.S. dollar is getting smoked. It is down 53 pips at 99.57. We are now back below par. All right, we're back below par. This is kind of a tight trading range for the dollar over the past several trading sessions. We have an overnight high of par 29. All right, 100.29. And the overnight low is where we are right now at 99.54. We just hit this new low. So kind of a tight range, but that's a bearish predicament for the dollar. So that should help out the commodities today. I think that gold and silver is getting a nice jab in the arm from that. So we'll see. All right. Let's see. Euro yen is up 71 pips at 118.85. The euro is up 72 pips at 109.55. The pound sterling is up 78 pips at 124.78. And the Aussie is up 67 pips at 63.04. Looking at food, beans are catching a bid on the back of the weak dollar. It's up 2 points at 8.56 half. Corn up 2.5 points at 3.32.50. All right, so that's our overnight markets. I know you're going to say, but what about the two-part Charlie setups, man? Remember, that's already been factored into the report. So if you are a subscriber to the PulseWave Price Trigger reports, You already got that information in your hands. The market already is predictive in nature. The system picks it up and it runs it for you. That's why there'll be days where you will see trades on both sides of the market, meaning that if you're stopped out on one, you stop and reverse into the other direction. But for the sake of you who have not subscribed, who have not taken that leap, you haven't opened up the free account so you can get these goodies, I'll throw you a bone. So far, looking at the market, we do not have any possible two-bar Charlie setups. Oh, but it doesn't matter because all of my pulse waivers come into today's trading session on the green side of things because we got in last night. That's how we roll. We don't wait for the market to do something. We make it do something because we know where the intraday price inflection points are going to be ahead of time. And then we get in there and pimp those markets. We pimp the markets. All right, so now let's see here. Let me take a look, see if I missed anything. Let's see. Oh, someone said their forex position is already in profit. All right, go ahead and pop, my brother. Go ahead and pop. All right, see what else we got going on. Anybody else banging it out? Go ahead and drop me a note in the like. Oh yeah, yeah, my man Frank just put this up here. And because of what's going on, you know, with this entity that we are broadcasting on, we do have backups. You can follow us on Twitter and Facebook and all of our other social media outlets. All right, so that way we can keep in touch. Also, you know, it's a good idea, folks. Seriously, and I'm glad Frank brought this up because we live in an age of censorship now, and they can just delete people's social media and all that. It probably would behoove you to go ahead and sign up, open that free account on our at PulseWaveTrading.com. At least that way you can stay up to date with everything. All right. Even if you're not a subscriber to the price triggers, you probably still want to go ahead and register for the free account so that at least that way you can get all notifications and stuff. Just in case per adventure that happens to us, at least you won't be like, hey, where did they go? I can't find them. You'll be able to find us if you go to the website. All right. All right. So let's see what else. All right. Mick said the euro and the silver going well. Oh, you did have to. You just had to say silver, didn't you, Mick? You just had to just twist the knife in deeper, didn't you? You just threw that part out there. He was like, "Hey, Dex, hey, I'm long silver, haha." So you're gonna make me cry again, man? Why? So now you're trying to say you and Silver have a relationship? Is that so? She dumped me for you, man. What do you have that I don't have? Oh, I get it. I know what you have that I don't have. A long position in silver. Go post waves. All right. Enough being silly. Let's get to some of this news. We got to get into the overnight news. It is very important that we do this. So let's knock it out. All right. First and foremost, Saudi Arabia plowed $1 billion into Shell and other European oil producers. Saudi's public investment fund, which recently took an 8.2% stake in cruise giant Carnival, made the purchases. Wow. Wow. Really? There is a looming global shortage of condoms, and the UN is warning of its devastating consequences. The UN has warned this decline in production could lead to a devastating rise in unintended pregnancy. Oh my goodness, really? Really? Come on, man. I can't believe that was a piece of news. So there's a shortage of condoms, and because there's a shortage of condoms, it says it could lead. I can't. Did it really say that? It could lead to a devastating rise in unintended pregnancies. All right, man. I didn't think I ever have to do this, but I think I'm gonna have to do it. See what you made me do? You see what you made me do? All right. I'm gonna have to quote Khloe Kardashian on this one. from Keeping Up with the Kardashians when she said, having unprotected sex is agreeing to a pregnancy. She has a point. She has a point. All right. You are agreeing. If you're having unprotected sex, you are agreeing to a pregnancy. All right. And woman, if you are allowing a man to put a baby in you who you know is no good, who is a chump, who is a loser, that's on you. That's your fault. You allowed that dude to put a baby in you. All right. Everybody knows about basic birds and the bees and the apples and the trees. So don't pretend like you didn't know that if you had unprotected sex with a man, woman, that you're gonna have a baby. Okay. So what are you saying here? They said devastating. First of all, a child is not a devastating thing. Okay. Children are a blessing from the Lord. Blessed is that man who has his quiver full of them. All right. Children are a blessing. They are the next generation. All right. So cut it out and then say unintended. It's not unintended. It's not unintended. If you're going 90 miles an hour in a 20-mile-per-hour zone, that was not my speeding was unintended. No, your foot was on the gas pedal. You knew exactly how fast you were moving. You didn't care. All right, cut it out. It's not unintended. It's very intentional. People know what they're doing. They just don't want to be told that what they're doing is wrong. They say, "Don't judge me." All right, cut it out. Unintended, devastating. See, that's their problem, man. This world, man, this world is a trip. Obama calls out the lack of a robust system of testing for coronavirus in the U.S. The U.S. is well behind other nations in terms of testing for coronavirus per capita. See, they're going to keep pushing that narrative out. All right. They're going to keep doing it. They keep doing it. They keep doing it. They're getting you to agree with the testing. You got to test. We got to put out the test. Test, 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 test. Then before long, before you know it, the test will be mandatory. If you want to leave your house, the test will be mandatory. Everything about it will be mandatory, and more mandatory, and then even more mandatory than that, and then continue to be even more mandatory than that mandatory, and then you still got mandatory. This is ridiculous, and we are allowing it, people. We ought to be ashamed of ourselves. All right. Prague gets a grip on Airbnb with coronavirus crisis laws. We want to get more information from Airbnb owners about the capacity of their apartments, how they're being used, and the fees they receive. First of all, this is the problem, folks. And see, people say, "Oh, we're woke, we're smart, we're intelligent, we know what's going on." Then why do you keep running to the government for help? You know what that comes with. When you go to the loan shark and you want some money or you need protection, it's going to come at a cost. You are now tied to the hip with the gangster. You will never be able to pay him back. If you borrow $1,000, he wants $10,000 next week. Then you give him the $10,000. You gonna say, "Okay, all right, here you and I, we square." No, we not square. We square when I say we square. I need you to do a favor for me. What do you mean? I just paid you back? Nah, when you needed a favor done, I gave you that $1,000. Yeah, but I paid you back. Shut up, I'm talking. Now I need you to do a favor for me. See that nooker over there? I need you to go shoot him in the head for me because he didn't pay me my money that he owed me. I'm not gonna do that. Either you go shoot him or I shoot your mother. Which one is it? Okay, fine. That's how they do you. They hem you up. You in there now. You in the game now. All right. The government is going to own your business. You have now been nationalized. When they give you money, they want to own you in return. That's how they do it. They gangsters. They loan sharks. That's what they do. And then after you get that money, they hem you up. All right. Think about it. Think about it. That's how they do. Has anyone ever really just stopped and thought about just how we do things in the society? Notice that you can work your fingers to the bone, build a successful company, right? Go public with your company. Now you're trading on the New York Stock Exchange, or you're trading on NASDAQ. And all of a sudden there's a shareholders meeting, and guess what? You've been voted out of your own company. We live in a world where you can get kicked out of your own company if you go public. Did you know that? You don't have to have done anything wrong. They can just hostile take over and kick you behind or right up out of there. You're fired. You're no longer CEO of your own company. Oh, by the way, here's a golden parachute for you, but we now run and own the company. You don't. Goodbye. Peace. Assalamu alaikum. It's messed up. That's the world we live in. And that's exactly what's going to be happening with all these businesses taking money from the government. They're going to own them, and they're going to regulate them into oblivion. And remember, once the government gets its hand on you, it never lets go. It chokes the life out of you. Don't let the government get its hand around your neck. All right? Because you're going to gargle and gurgle as they're choking the life out of you. All right? You know, y'all remember the story about the frog and the scorpion. Come on now. Scorpion says, yo, man, hook a scorpion up. What you mean? Man, you know I can't swim. I got to get to the other side of that lake, man. Help me out. Man, you think I'm stupid, man? You a scorpion. If you get on my back, you're going to sting me, man. And, man, I ain't going to sting you. Man, we peoples, man. Yo, Kermit, we go way back. Just because my name Kermit the Frog, and just because Miss Piggy smacks me across the room every now and then, doesn't mean that I'm a pushover. Look, man, just hope you're going to do this or not, man. You owe me anyway. Plus, why would I sting you? If I stung you, man, we both would drown. What kind of sense that make? You need to get those conspiracy theories out of your head, Kermit. So then Kermit says, all right, come on, man. Just hurry up. Scorpion climbs on the frog's back. They only get about halfway across the water before the frog goes, ow! Why did you sting me? And the scorpion says, because I'm a scorpion. That's what we do. Didn't you know? And they both drown. That's the government. The government's going to sting you. You think it's all right. You think it's all good. Because they say, yo, homie, I got you. Look, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to break you off a little something, something now, right? So you can meet payroll, right? And all you got to do is just treat your employees good, you know? Don't lay nobody off. And you know what? I'm going to forgive your loan. What? You would do that for me? Come on, man. I'm Uncle Sam. I'm your uncle. That's what we do. We family. Then down the line, here come the feds with the black shades on and the black suits, getting out the black sedans and black Suburbans with the black tinted out windows. They rolling up in your spot, talking about you've been shut down for violation of this article, of this statute, of this rule that you didn't know of, and now they own your stuff. You signed on the dotted line. That's what you agreed to, dummy. So don't fall for it, folks. All right. Nothing in life was free. Like my man Reggie Middleton always used to say, some of the most expensive things in life are free. It's only once you get involved with it that you realize just how expensive it really is. Straight up. So I'm off that one. All right. UniCredit renews commitment to boosting shareholder returns. The Italian bank remains strongly committed to increasing returns for investors following a decision to suspend dividend payments and a share buyback to comply with supervisory guidelines. Tesla's China sales hit record high in March. The electronic vehicle titan sold 10,160 vehicles in China in March, its highest ever monthly sales in the world's largest auto market. I'm confused. I thought China was the first place to be on lockdown. This is only April the 9th. They've been on lockdown for weeks. How did they sell cars if people weren't allowed to leave their homes? They had 50 million people on lockdown, probably even more than that. How are they able to sell anything? You sold cars, really? I don't buy it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. I think any profit that they're showing is a cash infusion from the Fed. That's what it is, and they're counting it as profit. I don't believe you. Sorry, couldn't prove by me. I don't believe it. I don't buy it. Wall Street firm dangled up to 175% returns to investors using U.S. aid programs. See, didn't I just say that? The idea was in formative stages, and the firm was not presently moving forward with this strategy given reasons that include uncertainty surrounding the regulation. See, didn't I just say that? Didn't I just finish saying that? Didn't I just say that? Yeah, see, Snowbilly, he just said it. China auto sales were down 80% in February. Now all of a sudden, it's through the roof. Stop. All right, earnings expected. Delta Airlines reports its first quarter. Japan's fast retailing and French facilities firm Sodexo report their second quarter, while Japan-based 7 and 1 updates on its fourth quarter. All right. Economic calendar today, continuing jobless claims expected. That's already out. I told you it was like 7.7 million, something like that. Some 7.7 million for billion, billion, zillion. All right. Okay, I'm off that. Let's move along. I now have to give you the algo charts that you did not see last night to give you kind of an idea, just kind of an idea where we are and where we might be headed this morning. All right, so let's see here. Let me bring that there, put this here. All right, I owe y'all something. I already know what you want to see too, so I'm gonna get it out. You ain't gotta say nothing. I already know what you want. I can read your minds through my amazing telepathic powers. I'm about to do y'all real solid right now. You don't even know. You don't even know what's coming. You don't even know what's coming. Here we go. All right, this is gonna be a quick segment. I'm gonna hit you up with all your crypto needs. All right, here we go. Yeah, the Dow did gap up. It's running. Remember, what did I say to y'all? What did I say? What did I say? Today is Tuesday. What did I say? Wednesday. What did I say? What did I say? I said I cannot recall in memory, though I could be wrong. I cannot recall a time when the market was down during the Passover, Good Friday, Easter holidays, nor can I recall a time where it was down on the 4th of July holiday. I cannot recall. So rally we go. Plus, don't forget, in the last chart segment that I showed you guys, the algo charts, remember I showed you how much more we have to run topside? And I showed you the Dow. I showed you how the NASDAQ was already over the trend line resistance on the chart last night. Now, granted, it wasn't an algo chart, but it was still a chart nonetheless. And the bots and machines are still going to look at it. You know what I'm saying? So, anywho, let's get through this like real quick. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you so you can see what I'm talking about. All right. I'm doing you a solid. All right, here we go. So the first chart is the ADA. All right, these are all USD charts, okay? So here's your ADA USD playing with that trend line resistance overhead. So if it can pop through it, the next test, believe it or not, would be the bottom of the Kumo cloud right here. So all systems are a go. We got the bullish weekly trend line momentum. So the trend momentum is green too. You can go, we got that ticking time bomb, and explosion move is nigh. Yeah, we're behaving within the bar here. Haven't really broken out of this until we close above the high of this bar. It's still going to be oscillating between here and here. But that is your analysis. All right, taking a look now at Ethereum. Ticking time bomb, little different scenario. We had that bullish pointer, and now the market's trying to overcome that. We're above the trend line resistance. Can we get consecutive closes above it? That's going to be important. How this market looks after 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight will let us know if it's going to continue into the weekend and make its run at the bottom of the Kumo cloud, or is it going to roll over? These are very, very, very important questions that have to be asked. All right, so this is where we are. This is what we're looking at. Taking a look now at the EOS. Here's EOS. We're now stuck in a narrow range market. All right, so we're going to trade between the highs and lows of these bars, right below the upper trend line resistance. You need a close above that trend line resistance in order to make a run for the bottom of the Kumo cloud and get back up to 4.5. We'll see if this is what it's going to do. So far, bullish trend momentum. All right, taking a look here at the Doji. Doji is really having a hard time at the trend line resistance right here, having a real tough time. We'll see what happens. You got bullish weekly trend momentum behind you, though. So until it can close above the trend line resistance, it's going to have some problems. All right, so there you go with that one. Here's Dash. Also struggling around the trend line resistance. Needs to go ahead and get a nice consecutive close and pop up above that. Until it does, it's going to continue also to have some issues. All right, let's see. Taking a look at BTG. BTG had a nice, powerful breakout above the resistance. This one is now officially ready with this the secondary rally alert from last night. Bullish weekly trend momentum. This one is on pace to make a run for the bottom of the Kumo cloud. So I'm calling the bottom of the Kumo cloud on this one. This one has further to run. It's already broken through its primary resistance. All right, taking a look at the Bitcoin itself, as you can see here, Bitcoin is really struggling above the overhead trend line resistance. We're trading between that 7,000, 7,500 resistance range that we've been speaking about for the past couple of weeks back when we were down here. So this is where we are right now. Until the market can get a nice solid close above that 7,500, that's still the initial profit target for the breakout back down here. All right. But you do have bullish weekly trend momentum behind you for Bitcoin. All right, taking a look at BNB. BNB, we have a consolidation here. All right, we have a bit of a narrow range, really struggling around the trend line resistance. We're going to need some good, strong consecutive closes. You got the bullish weekly trend momentum behind you, so it shouldn't be rough to do it. We'll see what happens. How the markets behave at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, wherever they're trading at that time, will be very telling. Taking a look now at BCH. All right, you got right here. You spiked above the trend line resistance, but then you retreated back below it. Going to need a nice strong close above it by 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. Here's your bullish weekly trend momentum, but we're not trending. All right, we're just still technical bounce off the lows. Market still needs to prove itself. All right, taking a look here now at ZRX. ZRX did not even get near the trend line resistance. It's still struggling at doing something. However, the nature of the market, when you factor in the momentum readings, this one's still on pace to test the overhead trend line resistance. So technically speaking, it has further it can run. Taking a look at ZEC. All right, Zcash. Zcash is also struggling around the trend line resistance area overhead, and it has bullish weekly trend momentum as well. And the momentum readings are still bullish. So this one also has further it can travel. We'll see if it can get a nice solid close above the resistance zone as well. Taking a look at XRP Ripple. Ripple bumped his head twice on the overhead trend line resistance, failed to get north of it. So it's struggling with that right now. It's going to need a solid close above trend line resistance as well. So far, though, you got bullish weekly trend momentum behind you. It's looking really good, looking solid. We'll see. I think it has further to run. I think the bottom of the Kumo cloud may be in order as well once we get a good, solid consecutive close above the trend line momentum overhead. So got to get above that resistance, folks, on your XRP. All right, now let's see here. We got, I don't know why the XEM chart is acting up, but it is. So I don't know what's up with that. Let me see. Let me see. See if I can find out what's going on real quick. Nah, I have to work it out later. I'll figure it out later. My bad. Okay, here's waves. All right, so your waves, now look, you have 1, 2, 3. 3 times the charm, right? This one should be poised now to actually break out. Waves should break out and run up toward the bottom of the Kumo cloud. All right, but you do have a questionable momentum reading that's saying that maybe this overhead resistance is too strong and it may not be able to overcome it. Only time will tell. Let's see how we end the day. All right. Taking a look here at VET. VET right now, it spiked above it, retreated back below it. Overhead resistance is proving to be difficult. You got bullish weekly trend momentum, even though you're not trending. So again, like all the other altcoins so far, we need to see the market get consecutive closes above the trend line resistance area. All right, let's see. Quantum. All right, here's Quantum. Hasn't even got close to that overhead resistance area, so it still has a way to work if it's going to explode higher. Still got some overhead to work through. Taking a look at NEO. NEO, same thing. Hasn't quite got to that overhead trendline resistance. That's where it's going. That's what it needs to prove. Need consecutive closes above the overhead trendline resistance. Same thing for Litecoin. Got to get above it. Got to get the consecutive close if we got any hopes of making a run toward the bottom of the Kumo clouds on these. All right. So now let me do precious metals. Let me do the gold and silver, and then we can wrap this up. All right. So here we go. Boom and boom. All right. So on the first one here, this is silver, the one that left me. Got up here to the trend line resistance and then, pull back. Still has a way to go yet. If we're going to test this and get up here, today's rally is a good start, but it has a lot more to get to because all it's doing so far is testing the overhead resistance. Right now, we're here. All right, so it's going to need consecutive closes above it as well if it's going to prove it. I'm scared that it's gonna fail up here, and then we're gonna come down here and fill this gap. I just have a sense. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see, but I'm concerned a little bit. I still would have liked to have picked up that 69 cent though. But hey, it is what it is. I'll see if we can catch the next one. I'm not scared to buy things at resistance areas or sell things at support areas. It just depends on the momentum of the algos. If the algos are suggesting that the momentum is behind me, then I'm all in on it. You know what I mean? So if you're long silver, go ahead and pop your way through this. Just be mindful that we are near overhead resistance, but we're also at the beginning stages of weekly trend momentum. Now I know the last one didn't pan out, but this next one could. If the bulls get enough energy behind them, they can definitely do it. All right, taking a look now at gold. So we had that primary crash alert. We didn't really get any follow through. Now the market is trying to push a lot higher. Right now we're way up in here. We'll see if the market can get a nice close. This is a pointer. It's a bullish pointer. What the market needs to do is just keep doing what it's doing. We need a strong close though, not a weak close. Can't get no more closes like this bar and this bar. We need a nice strong close in the gold. So I'm gonna be long and strong until otherwise in the gold, and I'm gonna just have to wait for the silver. Yeah, I'm gonna work on the chain link today. I'm gonna work on chain link. All right. I promise I'm gonna work on that chain link. All right. As soon as I finish with this broadcast, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm gonna start working on it. I need to add it and then run some tests, make sure it's operating correctly. And if it is, then you got yourself a link. Add it to the cryptos. All right, so we shall see. Fingers crossed. All right, that's all I got, man. I think we covered everything. We got the news out the way. I got the charts out the way. We got the overnight markets out the way. The market is open and popping, on and popping. I'm gonna be watching it intently. And like I said, I had no initial intentions on popping any of my open positions today. I'm just gonna just stick to the sheets like a bulldog. But if that changes, if we get like some really powerful, explosive move, like if gold is up 100 or something like that, then I'm going to go ahead and take some profit off the table. Same thing with the Dow. The Dow is only up 500 right now. In light of how it's been moving the past few days, if it gets up to 800 or 900 points, then I'll go ahead and I'll probably pull that trade too. Same thing with the oil. I know that OPEC news should be out, so I'll be watching that one too. If it pops heavy and gets to like 28 or 29, I'll look and see exactly what the news is and what the order flow is looking like, and I might pull that too. Heck, I might just be flat by the end of the day. We'll see if we can get enough momentum. At any rate, I'll let y'all know in the trade room what I'm looking to do. But I am likely to hold everything, all my open positions over the holiday. So I'm considering it. I don't know yet. I have to think hard about it. Today is our Friday because the market's closed tomorrow. So I do need to make my decisions by the end of the day. I'll see how I feel. If it don't feel right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull them. I probably do that anyway on second thought because I don't like being exposed over the weekends because it seems like every weekend for these last several weeks, things have been jumping off, and I will be powerless to do anything about it. So I don't want to be put in that predicament. So, oh, okay, Dow's up 600 now. Okay, all right. I see what you're doing. So we'll see. I'll play around with it. I'll see. I'll keep watch. So let me go ahead. Let me end this. And like I said, I was going to do. I'm going to work on this link and see if we can get your link on and popping. And then we'll keep it moving. We'll make it do what it do. All right. So with that being said, I guess I will holler at y'all in a little bit. All right. So I'll see the rest of you in the trading room later on, and the rest of you I'll see at the end of the day report. And remember, PulseWaveTrading.com. You're gonna want to follow us on Facebook and all that, just in case, per adventure, something were to go awry, something to go left with YouTube. At least you'll be able to be kept abreast of what's going on and all that other good stuff. Okay. In addition to that, you want to take advantage while it's still there. The low $69 rate, it is there for the taking. So you can break bread with us and build that secondary income stream that you're going to desperately need in the near future as jobs are just evaporating right now. All right. Love you all. Remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And I'm out. Peace.